Welcome to Berwick Mitsubishi. My name is Nathan and today we're doing a walk around video on this 2019 MY20 Mitsubishi Triton GLS. Now being the GLS model, it is one of the higher end specs, so you do get a lot of added features and benefits in this model, and I got to tell you, it is a great car, and at such a great value, it would be quite disappointing if you did miss out. However, what we'll do now is run through some of the condition on the outside and the features of the outside. Don't really need to touch on too much on the condition as it is pretty much a brand new car, and some of the features that does come in this model. Now starting off on the front end, you do get that modern dynamic shield look that all Mitsubishis have adapted now. This is also the new front end for the Pajero Sport. It is quite a striking, stunning front end, very futuristic kind of look, and there's, as you can see, a lot of detail in the front that Mitsubishi has put into the car. You got this nice honeycomb front grille. Does also come fitted with color match front parking sensors all around the car in this GLS model. Also got your fog lamps and indicators fitted into the front bar there. Now above that, you got these really nice sharp headlights that do integrate into the actual front grille. Again, stunning design. It all just encapsulates each other and just blends really neatly. You've got your projector globe in the corner there, as well as your daytime running light that does run through the front of the headlight there. Very striking, sharp design. As we come across the side, you do also get that stunning multi-spoke design. It does have that gunmetal grey finish on the outside with that polished aluminium look through the middle there. You do also get the diamonds all around there to signify that Mitsubishi branding. However, you can see you do get these all-terrain tires that do come factory in these models, so you can pretty much drive them straight out onto some forward driving tracks. Now as we come across the side, you do get the side steps that does come in this model. It is already factory fitted. If you are vertically challenged, it is going to help you climb in and out of the car. You've also got your chrome color match side mirrors and door handles, and in that chrome finish, it just again stands out from the actual color of the car, gives a bit of character, but also touches nicely with all the other chrome accents around the car, like in the front grille and also that polished aluminium look. You've also got your indicator lamp built into the side there. It does actually elevate the lamp, but also clears up the quarter panel, so improves visibility, plus also looks really nice and neat. Now the car is a keyless entry car, so you do get 2 keys, and now in case of an emergency and your battery does die, there is a key that does come fitted in this little keyless entry bit. Now when the door is locked, your side mirrors do fold in, so it does notify you that the car is actually locked. You can also unlock it with this little button here. Opening it up though, taking a look inside, you do get the carpet floors in the GLS. Nice carpets, nice fabric seats, very easy adjustable controls, and you can fully adjust these forward and back. And you can just see how nicely this car presents, being the GLS. You've got all the leather steering wheel stitching and really nice door cards, and again, stunning design on the inside as it is on the outside. Closing up the actual car. Now this model does come with privacy glass, so as you can see, the rear glass is a little bit darker than the front. Now this isn't actually a tinted glass, it's just a dyed glass. It does provide a bit of privacy to whatever you might keep in the back, but it doesn't actually provide any UV protection or heat reduction. So do highly recommend you talk to us about our tint options, which we can package in what we call our glass coat. Now being the graphite color, it is quite a unique color. Do highly recommend you protect it and preserve it, especially if you do plan on keeping this car for a long time. So please speak to us about these options, because we will talk to you about the benefits, and I can guarantee you will see the benefits in this model. Now coming over to the second alloy, I got, again, pretty much standard rims. I'm not going to touch too much on the condition, because again, it is pretty much a brand new car and you've got plenty of tread on the tires at the time of this video. As we come across the back, you do get the tray in the dual cab model, the tub. It does come with the beautiful chrome detailing for the badging on the back. It does also have a reverse camera fitted just there, high mounted brake light, and you've also got color match rear parking sensors along the bottom. Also have a plastic protector along the top here. It does protect the chrome finish underneath, but also protects the actual car and makes it easy if you do need to climb on for anything. Now opening up the actual tray, you can see you've got plenty of space in this model. If you did want to get a tub liner fitted, we can sort that out all for you, but plenty of space in the Triton itself. Closing this up, as we come across the passenger side of the car, you've got those really nice long tail lights as well, reverse lamp, as well as your brake lamps and reflectors. Fuel filler cap is on the passenger side of the car, which is the safe side, so if you do have to pull over in case of an emergency, you know you're going to be nice and safe from any possible oncoming traffic. Now one thing I will note is quite a significant thing in the Tritons here. One thing you can see here is this little J-like resemblance along the back end of the cabin. Now what we call that is the J-line, and there are 3 benefits to this actual J-line. One being that it does cut off slightly closer at the bottom there than it does at the top. That allows for a shorter wheelbase. Now that shorter wheelbase allows for a smaller turning circle, and being a class leading turning circle, it is a very stunning design. It is all the engineering that does go into this model. So I think it's about 11.8 meter turning circle, so very small compared to most of the other cars in its class. And if I do open this up, another benefit is the hip flex angle just over here. Now the way the seats are positioned does allow for a 25-degree angle, which allows for more headroom but also more legroom in the back. If you do it, you can actually sit 5 full-grown people in the back of this car, and they can sit quite comfortably. Now in this model, you do also get this rear air ventilation. Now we'll touch on that on the interior of the car, but these are all the benefits of the MY20 model. Closing this up, as we come across the side, paint condition is obviously immaculate, being a brand new car. All the rims still completely unmarked, and gotta tell you, this is just a very striking, stunning car with this whole new look that Mitsubishi has gone for in these Triton models. So what we're gonna do now is actually pop the hood and take a look inside. All right, taking a look inside the engine bay of the Triton. What we have here is Mitsubishi's 4-cylinder 2.4 litre turbo diesel motor. Now it does come fitted with a 6-speed automatic gearbox, so it is going to make the ride really nice and smooth and comfortable for the passengers inside the car. This car itself is a 5-star ANCAP rating with 7 airbags, so plenty of safety for the passengers inside the car. This motor itself produces 133 kilowatt with 430 newton meters of torque, so again, enough torque and power for all your towing needs. It will tow up to 3.1 ton pretty comfortably. Now, as I mentioned before, this car is a diesel car with a 75 litre fuel tank. It does have a combined fuel consumption of about 8.6 litres per 100 kilometres and an average fuel distance of about 872 kilometres off a full tank, depending on what you're towing. You've got a full payload of people as well as weight in the back. Taking a look inside the GLS Triton. As you can see, the car does come with a few added little creature features, so we will touch on what they actually are and the benefits of them as well. Now on the door card itself, really nice finish. You've got a beautiful piano black gloss armrest here. It does have all your power mirror settings. Now your driver's side is fully automatic up and down. The rest are your standard power windows. Above that, you do also get your window lock option, which is going to stop people from playing around with the windows in the back seat. Now on the right side, you've got a few little safety features that does come in this model. So on the left here, you do get your stability control. Just in the middle, you've got your lane departure warning, so that will notify you if the car is veering off the lane. You've also got your forward collision mitigation, which is a safety feature that will intervene in case the car feels like it is about to meet in an impact. Now, if you do need any additional information to this, please ask us when you do come in. However, we will definitely go through this with you in more detail. You've also got your headlight adjusters, so if you do have a bit of weight in the back, car does tilt up, you can actually adjust the lights down. And now, being a keyless entry car, you've got your stop-start button just above that, which is the most important button in the car. And just next to that are all your power mirror controls. Now, you can tuck in the side mirrors if you did want to, and you can open them up. However, when you do lock the car, they will close up for you. Now on the right hand stalk, you've also got your headlights, so your left and right indicator, your automatic headlights, as well as your automatic high beam. So they are dusk sensing headlights. And for your wipers and washers, again, they're automatic rain sensing, so you can just leave it in auto. Car's going to decide when it needs to use it. On the steering wheel itself, very comfortable leather stitched steering wheel, beautiful design. You've got a few different fabrics, although they are both leather, they've got different textures. That does break up the steering wheel, it gives you something quite nice to look at. Mitsubishi badging in the middle there, and on the right hand side are all your cruise control settings, cruise control on and off, and you've also got a speed limiter. Just next to that is a little button that does let you flick through the different options in your little display on your head unit. We'll show you a bit of information like your trip A, trip B, fuel economy, average fuel distance, average speed, as well as your four-wheel drive settings. On the left-hand side, you've got all your media controls on the top left here with your source for your head unit, so you can flick through AM, FM radio, digital radio. I'll touch on that in a bit. You've also got all your Bluetooth connectivity, so your call reject and your voice control for your CarPlay. This car also does come with two paddle shifts for the sports shift system. Now, they are mounted to the steering column. Benefit of that is negative and positive will always stay on the same side, and you're not going to get confused when you are shifting through. Now in the GLS model, you do also get blind spot monitoring, which will notify you if there is a car in your blind spot. It does also come with the rear cross traffic alert system. Again, we'll be happy to touch on these in more detail for you when you do come in. Coming over to the center console here, really nice touchscreen head unit. As I mentioned, does come with AM, FM radio, digital radio, Bluetooth connectivity, iPod, USB. and you've also got Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Now with that is your apps, so your maps and everything will run through your CarPlay system. If you're not planning on doing too much driving, there is a beautiful system, a lot of benefits in that. Now below that is your climate control, so you've got dual climate control, driver and passenger have their own temperatures, and you've got fan speed in the middle and all the modes for your different fan options. Below that you've got your seatbelt indicators, hazards, nice and easy to access, as well as your blind spot on and off control. So if you do get a bit annoying, you can turn that off. And the parking sensor button, again, if the beeping does annoy you a little bit, you can turn that off. Next to that, you've got is your rear diff lock controls, 2 USB inputs and HDMI for your head unit, as well as a 12-volt socket for any additional charging or any equipment that you might be using in the car. Below that is a bit of storage. And it does have a rubber lining, so nothing's going to be sliding around. And you've also got a little input there, which is actually for your key. So if your battery does die in this key, you can obviously pull the key out to actually open the door. However, to start the car, there is a little socket here, which I will show you, which you can actually keep the key in to start the car. Below that, you've got a very nice leather stitched gear shifter. When I bring it into reverse, you can see that really nice clear rear view camera that does come in this model. The rear bar there is nice and clear below that, and if you do get a tow bar, it will fit in just behind that red line. So very clear guidelines. If you bring it down to drive and flick it to the right, you can actually flick through the sports shift system using the actual gear shifter, or you can use those paddles as I mentioned before. Just bringing it back up to park. Behind that is the four-wheel drive select system, which is what made Mitsubishi famous, as well as the Pajero. So it does let you flick into your four-wheel drive settings going up to 100 kilometers per hour. Now your 3 high settings can be flicked into on the fly. Your 4-wheel low center diff lock will probably need to be switched into neutral before you actually flick it into that mode. Again, we can run through more detail on this when you do come in. Also got your downhill descent for your cruise control and your terrain settings for the different terrains that you might be traveling on. So you've got gravel, snow and mud, I believe. You've got 2 cup holders, manual handbrake behind that, and a nice leather stitched center console armrest with a bit of storage behind that. You've also it does also come with 2 USB inputs for any additional charging in the back. And if we open this up, there's plenty of space inside there with another 12-volt input for any extra charging that you might be using, maybe CB radio or maybe a cooler that you might want to keep in there. Now if I get the camera person to pan up, you've got your rear fan setting here, so if I put that on, it does circulate the air through the actual rear vents. If I get the camera person to pan above, this is what comes in the MY20 model. So you've got your fans in the back here and circulation, which does circulate through the front of the car. There are control settings just up here for the passengers in the back to actually control that. Now this isn't in the MY19 models. It is updated. I mean, let's be honest, if you do have a bunch of grown men in the back just after a full day's work, you probably want a bit of circulation in this car to ventilate some of that beautiful odor. So what we're going to do now is actually jump outside and wrap up the video. Thank you so much for watching the walk around video on this 2019 MY20 Triton GLS in a graphite color. Now, I hope this gave you a good representation as to, I guess, the condition of the car, as well as some of the stunning features that does come in this model. Now, if you did have any additional questions, wanted to test drive it, or actually wanted to purchase it before you came in, you can do that. The number to dial is 99070555. Just before I go though, this car does qualify for our Platinum 1 program. What that will give you is 5 years extended protection, pretty much like for like new car warranty, as well as 10 years Platinum roadside assistance. A great value for money, especially if you do plan on keeping this car for a long time, or you plan on towing or traveling, or even using it for work with a bit of tools in the back, because again, that roadside assistance comes with an additional 3.5 ton towing on top of the car in case you do get stuck, and 250 kilometers worth of towing. So great value for money. Now, in addition to that, I do highly recommend you take advantage of the glass coat and tint, which again is going to give you a lifetime warranty on this beautiful graphite paintwork, and also protect everyone on the inside of the car. Now, these are at an additional cost. However, if you are using our in-house finance, I would love to introduce you to our business managers, Julie and Mario, who show just how minimal these will affect your repayments. Now, lastly, but most importantly, please check out our Google reviews. With over 1,100 reviews and sitting at 4.8 stars, gives you the assurance that you're dealing with the right people and the right kind of business for a good quality vehicle. Now, as I mentioned before, if you did have any additional questions, the number to dial is 99070555. My name is Nathan, and thank you so much for watching.